Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to register. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to register. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to register. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, winter, Winternomics.
What up, what up, what it do? Color scheme's dope, I'm glad you dig it. Yeah, took a minute to figure this one out. So, if you guys saw my warning last night about what happens when you see trolls come out of CloneX, you just saw it come out on the CPI number just now. Right, so...
How that works.
Huh?
It's wild how that works.
Bunch of trolls, fucking dump bar down. Yeah, we've seen that movie before, right? Seen that movie a few times now in the last month.
Yep. It's wild to see, right? From like Ghost Town to Troll Fest.
Ghost Town, Troll Fest, dump bar. It's stunning how that works. What's up?
Hey, you want to put the iPad a little bit closer so we can hear it?
Okay, you're not hearing it too good? Alright. I thought you'd be louder than what it has you as. Let's see. I don't know. This should be close.
Alright.
But yeah, you know, it's why we pay attention to people, because people are priced, right? So, did we know the CPI number is probably going to be fucking awful? Yeah, I think everybody on the planet knew that. Let's see what they say. What the news is. Dow futures tumbled 200 points after much hotter than expected inflation report. So, forecasting inflation, you know, in the past as it's kind of like an accelerating kind of problem. Like it's one of the reasons that you miss expectations in certain directions when the market's trending is because the analysis is dated and there's like further discoveries, and they don't make allowances for, like, you know, the acceleration of some of the problems. They just underestimate it. They're going to underestimate the food situation too, come from harvest time also. So you do kind of want to watch this. You know, this was these guys set a line in the sand for an expectation that they then miss because they don't know how to forecast inflation correctly. And so the entire public is attached to an expectation of a perceived authority that then has the ability to have a differential which they can arbitrage in the market. So it's a crazy thing, right? It's an expectation from a person that's in a position of ignorance, relatively, you know, less ignorance than yourself. And based on that line in the sand, we decide if this is fully valued or not valued, you know, and how widely we miss that. So it's a nuts thing when you really think about the expectations being set and missing an expectation by a person who's underinformed, you know, from a population of people who are lesser informed. This is markets. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. Get off my screen, bastards. Check out BTC. BTC had a reaction on that one also, right? If ever you thought like BTC was a hedge on inflation, well, explain that one, right? Why does he look exactly like the S&P 500? Nobody ever makes that make sense, do they? Right? But he's a risk asset. He's exactly a risk asset like all the other ones that the Fed can deflate or inflate. So the interpretation would be if inflation is far hotter than you thought, the Federal Reserve will have to take even greater actions than they're already taking. So that's basically what this is telling you right now, is that. So we did say, on Monday, we do want to wait for this because you would need this to kind of happen to see where you are. And that's pretty huge. If we look at where BTC just came off of, all right, came off of Troll Party again. If you guys pay attention to that level, we told you to pay attention to that. So now we're taking a dive bomb into this zone that we talked about. So this wave, still if you just follow this trend line, right, it's trending back. Didn't rotate a bull flag, didn't hold a support level, and it's just still fucking trending back. It's accelerating down. So at least it's going down even faster. The more vertical down it gets, the better chance we have of having another bounce inside this zone if you go almost parabolic like that. So you're getting that right now. ES, so that's probably happening everywhere. Let's see. Yeah, it's NASDAQ, ES, and then what was the one we said wasn't a big ass bear flag to watch? It was coin, right?
I believe so.
It was something else too. No, total. So keep our eyes on total. Big total. So that guy still hasn't blown away where he was at. We look at the reemergence of our clone brethren trolls. Where did that go off at last night? Probably close to midnight.
It was slightly before. Let me check. That started the first one.
Oh, this is it. That's in here. It says this flag is the.
Oh yeah.
We'll use that. That's the clone troll flag. So, at the end of the day, you guys don't realize how fucked up what those people are doing is. It's pretty disgusting. This cunt smears my name with a fucking lie and gets promoted by a founder. At that point, your fucking founders are fucking encouraging this fucked up racist ass behavior. This is basically how white people steal opportunities from brown people, They fucking inserted a lie, smeared me with it, and then marketed it, and then fucking basically crippled any chance for anybody who's even affiliated with us to have a fair shot at a creator economy experience with what we marketed for fucking quite some period of time. It's pretty vile. And like I said, like you guys watch my show, I'll fucking sue every one of you fuckers if my name keeps coming out of your fucking mouths. Shut the fuck up. That's a memo. Fuck Clone X. I love my clone, but you are shitty fucking human beings. Keep my name the fuck out of your mouth. Anyway.
Yeah, and push you down as you try to defend yourself against an attack. It's literally like kicking somebody as they're getting attacked. The actual fuck
that's
is
just
that?
Racist shit, and brown motherfuckers siding with it. Your Uncle Tom pieces of fucking garbage. You don't get to fucking insert words because you're too stupid to understand what I say, then fucking try to smear me with it. When you get caught, fucking evade it. Fuck every one of you pieces of shit in English. You can't handle facts? Fuck you. Keep my name the fuck out of your mouth, and I'll put your ass in a courtroom. Period. That goes to fucking everybody in fucking Artifact. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna sanction that bitch? You conflate with that motherfucking whore? I'll fucking put your asses in check. Keep my name the fuck out of all your fucking mouths. Clone X, Artifact, all of you. You racist, fucking, disgusting, tribal pieces of shit. Alright. Memo's done. It's still a great brand. They're just full of shitty fucking people, and they're promoting fucking disgusting, racist, fucking Karen-ass bitches. There's a problem in that fucking culture. You gotta value that too, right? That has an end-of-life thing. If you don't fucking pick more quality people to fucking represent you, that speaks to fucking very bad judgment. It's not sort of kind of obvious what that bitch did. It's in writing what she did. I can very much fucking crucify you with it. So now once you put your company behind that, you now sanction that fucking behavior and you include yourself into it. It is a brand attack. It is meant to harm my fucking business and family. You put your fucking name on it. You put your fucking business behind it. So I'll put that in no uncertain fucking terms. The bigger you get, motherfucker, the bigger your problem gets. Fucking keep my name out of all your fucking mouths. Anyways, those are sentiment things. And this is a clone flag. So that fucking horse shit, that'll be definitely an emotionally noted, movement here. And that was like well timed with this to bottom into this low here of this flag. So this would be pretty much a good swing level. We're watching for counter structure. It's much bigger than this projection had. But it is loaded with fucking that shitty sentiment that we had before we went off a cliff in Troll Hunter, which is up in here. So, yeah, emotions definitely in the market of a bear market is definitely what you're seeing, And when these people are willing to go and attack people that literally represent their brand before they even know what the fuck is happening, they have no idea the amount of millions of dollars that have been brought down on fucking Clonex because of us to shit on us publicly at the same fucking time, right? That speaks completely contradictory to any kind of fucking, cohesive behavior, inclusivity, anything. It's just a lie. It's just another fucking Bored Ape Yacht fucking zealot fucking circus. Just they got Nike's branding power, so they are the blue chip. But make no mistake, it's no different than any other one of these fucking like nonsensical tribal zealot fucking armies of shit. And they've just reduced themselves publicly. They don't have control of their brand. To have people roaming around that you sanctioned fucking starting fights like this, marketing lies and shit like that, putting it in writing, and then getting fucking artifact tagged to your ass, that looks like somebody doesn't know how to run a fucking business right now. Straight up and down. Control your fucking dogs or I will. So, it's just fucking garbage. It's disgusting. We've been so pro that fucking brand to watch them fucking do that shit. So fucking vile and gross, dude. Fuck all those people. Fuck every one of those people fucking sitting there, twisting my words, fucking deflecting from fucking what's written fucking proof. Fuck your fucking soy boy beta ass bullshit that you can't handle fucking facts. Stay the fuck out of the conversation if you're not grown enough to handle it. Period. Anyways, that being said, we break under this actual system, you have problems. Because that's the kind of emotion that's in this shit, right? Just troll fucking garbage. So, there are a lot of fish to catch in this net. Hence the fucking show name. So, we'll take a look at a few more things before we go back to some bigger stuff. So this was watching the USDT index. This guy kept on channeling. That was the risk. And then that was also the trend down on BTC. Sorry, on this one. On BTC and on ETH that I left you. If you follow these channels right, you can still trend down and you're still doing it. This is that projection we took from BTC's bottom. And so this wave was pretty good. So we talked about this is the higher range of the shockwave, and the low range of the shockwave. It was a key one for this bottom forecast. Now, as far as like your wave pattern goes, this is a pretty damn good match so far of what should happen. Whether he's going to track down and do a grinding rotation exactly like this. Generally, the impulses look about right? He climaxed, he recoiled, down wave, up wave, and he's in the first one of these, and you've kind of got a pretty violent news event right now, stomping out the bottom. So not really in a place that's got to go through the cliff. Like down here, if you get back under 982, 983, that's danger. I would definitely pay attention to ETH if he goes under that. That's a key range, what he's in right now. This is effectively his troll party to core revival zone. And just like that name infers, right, you guys probably don't give that much thought, but just think about what you're seeing constantly on fucking NFT Twitter right now. This name was from 2018 for the shitty fucking people that would show up here on the way up to this level in 2018. NFT Twitter literally mirroring the exact same shitty behavior in the exact same position as a name forecasted fucking 4 years ago. Price is people. It doesn't matter that they're not crypto specific. They're just shitty people that show up in this fucking area. Price has memory. It's literally, it's like, it looks unbelievable when you think about it. This is our wave projection here and a good counter structure in here. This is what would give rise to a potential for like, this formation. If you look, oops. That's a good way bottom would form, right? Exactly what you're looking for. Kind of off on the very beginning of it. But basically, that's what you're kind of looking for. If you're going to get a bottom formation in structure, he's going to come from one last deep dive like this and then on a recoil. And you track it for a bull flag rotation if that happens. And, this would probably be a pretty serious pump that you'd have time to play into, even using this as a trigger like 20,300. Let me put that guy where he was. So this is a whole range is probably what you would pay attention to. I wouldn't like, shorting inside here against here. It's probably a better idea to treat the whole zone as a thing and let him go under this. He goes through this shit down here, he's gonna get fucking wrecked for a couple thousand points. So this is definitely a dangerous zone you're in, and just be aware of that. ETH and him are both chopping in a decent range to kind of just go back and forth a little bit. Again, like these are the two key levels for both of these guys I would pay attention to. That's pretty thorough up front, right? It's almost pretty macro.
Yeah.
But just to get you guys caught up to where, we see things.
But I remember that level on BTC on the run up to 60K. It was like clockwork. As soon as it touched it.
As soon as it touched it, people don't realize how funny it is to see that behavior show up again and again across years. It looks nuts, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
In the same place.
Oh shit! Right on time. As soon as it touched it, so your name started going all over Twitter.
All over,
like,
yeah. The years and years is fucking constant fucking harassment, dude. It's so fucking gross. We put out fucking product. You don't have to fucking watch us. Just leave us the fuck alone.
Exactly.
You don't see me following any of your shits or fucking posting anything about it. I don't give a shit. Like, literally, fuck off. The most colonialist shit ever, right? If you don't fucking say what we want you to say, we're gonna try to ruin your business. You know what you call that? You call that a fucking sanction. You see what Russia tries to do or what America tries to do? It's what the average individual would try to do. And when you take it at the macro, the countries just do what fucking individual people try to do. They try to fucking ruin your life, and harm your family, harm your kids, to make you say what they want you to say or else. That's why you see that shit in our room so much, with guys trying to force their fucking views on you, and you just think, wow, if that guy had a few $1 million and that kind of mindset, like, everybody's in danger. That's the kind of shit you're seeing out there. It's disgusting. These people produce no value in the world. They just try to fucking steal it from other people.
Gross.
Estonada says my troll party level moves. I must have touched something. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Fixed. I knew something changed. I didn't know what it was. Appreciate you. Let's see. Did you guys give me any? You guys are lazy on some war stories. I see y'all post these wins. You just post them right into the chat, and I said, "Fuck posting war stories." So no new war stories. When you slackers write some good stuff for the community. So that being said, it probably helps us with our time crunch at 8:52. Wow, we have 150 viewers. All we have to have is fucking people attack us on fucking Twitter to get our viewer count back up. How many of these people are the people from Clonix trying to come and find something to fucking like attack us with again?
Right.
Yeah, people really need to get a fucking life. Like, seriously, dude. But yeah.
It that they try to pull up to attack you with was you literally defending yourself against being called white, which you're not.
Hey, I pull up with the Gagosian IRL. No one had shit to say to me there. So, don't be fucking tough online. Because I'll pull up, motherfucker. I told you that day. I'll see you here. You guys are also tough online. It's so funny.
He's real. He's real.
Well, I'm real. I'll come see you. I don't care if it's LA, New York, or Tokyo. I'll come see you.
3 people left when you started saying that.
I know there's clone trolls that came in here. Fuck them. Get the fuck off my station. Fuck you doing here? You don't like people? Fucking leave them alone. Fuck off. I don't come to your show because you don't fucking have one. Oh, that's right. Cocksucker. Creepy motherfuckers. Yeah, so anyways, so that's the emotions in the bottom of this low. So it's an interesting spot. Big fucking cannon blast down there on that CPI. Kind of think it's interesting if you just look at the range and look at this guy. You're not really through anything major. That's your climax. Yeah, it takes a second for you guys to see it. So like you look at the June 18th low here, we're still within the range, even at this base. Nothing crazy. BTC didn't make it through here. So this is really steep if you kind of just look at it. So like still giving me a possibility, like the way he's arcing like this, to rotate out of this, and I could use like that. Like you finally doesn't sustain this. It's kind of too steep to really keep sustaining. So kind of watch how it goes. There's a chance that you kind of dick off, and if you come back up to your troll party and stuff, this is a great level, as you guys can tell. good moves above him and stuff like that. So if he stays underneath it, yeah, that's definitely no good. But yeah, pay attention to that right now. It'd be a proxy on the S&P 500 also. So we check him out, and this was a situation before, right? He was going to sustain on the base of this and or gap off of it, which he just did, right? It's a major gap level, and he closed on it and it gapped off of it. So this level you keep your eyes on, like we circled here, gap, pump, you know, here, recoil, and gap open, pump, gap off. Like, so that level is crazy. So whenever you see him trade here, it's gonna be a crazy volatile level to keep paying attention to. This is like an insane amount of crazy movement in one place. So it's really good. It's actually the low from over here. So now we see what he does inside this range, and he's heading for the other gap, and that's kind of what you're playing with. Gap open, he can do dildo rules and retrace back up here, or he can go all the way down to this first. But for right now, we want to watch what he does trading in this range, because this is the only levels we really have to fuck with at this point. If we just kind of turn shit off, right? He was a bear flag, pretty steep here. So now if he manages to swing through this area, that's going to be something we give a shit about. Qs, all right, same thing. And then BTC with all the stuff turned off. You have to make his time frames match, sorry. That is June 16th. So you can see BTC is the same thing, right? All these guys are at the same key spot, right at this base. It's the same thing for everything. We can actually just do this. But this base right now is what you're watching on everybody. And if everybody's going to rotate a bull flag, then they're all going to rotate the same flag that you see BTC in at this moment. So it's pretty easy line in the sand to watch, right? You're right here rotating down. You're either going to rotate across this, or you're going to go under here and set up to fucking cannon blast everybody off a fucking cliff and go down to core revival. And that's still 2,000 points away from on BTC. So that is definitely a danger to pay attention to. So that was one of the reasons we didn't do a post-market show on Mondays. Just like, you know, we're developing in a range, and if I don't think there's a reason to like kind of like, you know, really expand on the market evolution, I'm not gonna fucking waste your time just to do a show. So I always appreciate you guys that you do spend your time like watching a show that I put out as much as I do in the week. It's a lot of content to absorb. I know it can be a little bit of info overload for many of you, but you know, I try to make sure I don't waste your time if I bother doing this shit also. Do we have a troll in the fucking thing? Is that what's going on there in the chat?
Yeah, he got put in timeout. He's trolling to get force response. That's all he's doing. He's trying to bait. So he can sit his ass quietly now.
He could just be booted. I don't need that shit. I make a good show that puts out good info. If you don't like it, just go watch something you like. The fuck do you show up to harass anybody in their station? Like, seriously. You don't know you're a complete piece of shit of a human being. Fucking, like, take a look in the mirror. Like, fucking leave people alone. It's fucking gross. I won't tolerate that shit. Just ban him. Just get rid of him permanently. I don't need that once. I don't need to do that more than one fucking time. Just fuck off. Leave people the fuck alone. I'll come to your house to complain about your shit. Fuck off. Actually, the most insane, entitled fucking crap I have to keep dealing with. Anyways, focus matters. So DXY things. I guess we're just gonna go into a macro since we're doing it. DXY, so this guy, fucking relentless bull. I told you I thought this thing was tired, and he did stall out a bit since we talked about it, but he's back at the highs again off that CPI report. I still say this is an insane fucking trajectory to fucking, you know, play into. So we'll map this guy right from here. Map him correctly now. Let's take this off. So this didn't happen. He didn't counter structure it. I think it can happen. It's just now further in the play. But you just, you know, just looking at his face, right? This is a crazy trajectory to play into. But currencies do shit like this, right? A break of a 7-year shockwave. He broke it with fucking like wicked gas. Do I have currencies on this list? Don't think so. Where's Euro USD at? Everyone's waiting for parity on this thing. So, told you, parity to the penny. You see this stupid shit? Look at this. Wait till it comes up on your screen. What's the dead low? Let's see. Did it hit it ever perfectly? There, it broke it just now. That was the first time I did it this morning. It broke it by like 21 pips. just by a bit, right? They've been dancing around that thing for fucking days. Look at this.
That's amazing.
Is that hilarious or what? So when they break this, it's gonna be cataclysmic. Trust me, it's like the dumbest shit ever. I remember this on the way up, and it pinged it like a fucking couple times. And when it blew through it, bro, people tried to short it, and it just went like fucking like much further through one than anyone could have dreamed. It went to, I think it climaxed out in that wave in the Asian session at 102.09. Just destroyed anybody who shorted like fucking like 35 to 50 pips through the parity. It like just kept going. I was like, this is incredible. I was like, is anybody in this? And like nobody responded. I'm like, oh wow, because the Asian session wasn't a popular time to trade. Like it's a terrible session. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just happened to be there. I just happened to be there. Like wow, the euro's really fucking moving, and like no one responded. I'm like, wow, this could go. It's like, you know, like, this is crazy. But I caught a fucking amazing run on that one that night. I was like the only person in the channel that was like even fucking functional. Definitely a few people disappeared that night out of there. So pretty crazy. Definitely worth paying attention to this guy, what he does with this. It's a major psychological level. They will fucking chop you up on it some. So be careful of this guy. But if you fall through here the way the dollar's going, could be epic. So if he takes him in and gives the DXY some counter structure time, that would give us a pause in the market too. But this is some beast mode shit. And like, you know, the euro is starting to look like the fucking lira right now. It's getting some really, really fucking bad downside gas. But I think when you look at this trajectory right now, it is steep, and if he keeps maintaining structure, you know, you play structure until he fucking does it. You can fucking run out like this, kind of crazy. But he is getting more risky than, say, having caught him at the inception point through this trigger. This is kind of getting to a place you want to see a counter structure to get involved in it. But this is the flag you see right now at this resolution. But he breaks this trajectory, you probably get your first meaningful breather in the market also. And that would be from stocks to crypto to NFT wide. You'd probably see the market take a bit of a fucking like step back. The one thing is emotions are hot enough in this dump bar that you probably should be looking for some kind of like, you know, short-term low within that troll box range. But we definitely need to keep eyes out there. So CPI looks like it's happened and kind of like gassed itself out a little bit. So yeah, I guess we have to watch how the session develops on this one right now. If that was enough to fucking break somebody's back, you know, out of the emotions of last night and give us a chance to recoil. But if we go above this level, that's kind of what you're watching. If this manages to turn around, you know, and put in a low here, you could wait till about up here, you know, and that'd be a safer thing to create just a bottoming of, you know, emotions all down here in this shit. That's the same thing. That's just a clone troll fucking box, you know, of emotions. We get back on top of that. This is your swing range right now, you know, just like the Nomics guy in the VIX. We're going to use that as an emotional marker. Speaking of VIX, there is the clone troll pump of emotions. And, you know, now we have to see, do we get a bear flag? And he managed to recoil down. So if you look at this, you know, we could change this guy a bit. That's your bull flag right now on VIX. So that's the danger right there. The clone trolls are actually pumping it. So that's yeah, we opened at 3 o'clock. That's literally the clone troll pump is the bull flag rotation of VIX. Let's hope they don't have, let's hope those incels don't have much fucking real, you know, staying power. Pretty wild, right? Emotions on price. This is, yeah, the VIX opens at 3 o'clock. It's open here. And this is our CPI push out. So we'll have to see now if we get out of the clones. You probably want to follow this trajectory, right? Because if he's tracking this, right, he can keep channeling just the DXY. Or do we get a bear flag that doesn't clear this high and fucking fully, you know, reverse the bull flag down you've got and do another leg? But right now, that's the first sign that you're having a potential bull flag rotation, right? That doesn't look good. If he structures out and turns up again, you have fucking problems. So that's what we're watching today, right? That's everything. It's the BTC dump, that's the S&P dump, and you know, this is probably a key day to really pay attention. We swung up through here. This is Goku's trigger levels. What's next? And this is a big D-risk above this, going to VIX 30. This is really bad shit in May, and fucking the bottoming on June 16th. That's all that happens over here. Really fucking quick D-risk. So if this doesn't lose gas right now, pay attention to our old trigger level up here at 2950. That's going to be fucking like D-risk central for a lot of shit. So again, NFT fucking people that are holding shit that are liquid, you do not want to try to fucking like fire sale shit. Well, you're going to get a fire sale if you try to sell shit in this. It's safer to hedge your assets, you know, in your base. If you're in ETH or whatever, it's smarter to do that if you're going to get a major D-risk than try to fucking find a buyer in a marketplace where this is happening. That just means there isn't a buyer. Like, VIX goes higher, liquidity goes, you know, to shit. And that's in everything. So just be aware of that. So if this has enough, you know, emotion on it, it's gassed out, and we recoil this, we're going to fucking push and push hard, and you're probably looking for BTC over 20,300 for it. DXY we already talked about, VIX we talked about, BTC, all of those. All right, cool. So I don't want to take you guys too close to the bell. It's 9:05. Did we get any symbols today?
Who made
Jingle Jang, I just showed you that, right? A bear flag is a series of bull flags, right? And so all you have is to really measure that wave I just showed you in the VIX's rotation as a series of bull flags rising in a channel towards the rotation of the bull flag's wave structure. It either gets there and does it, or it rotates downward through it and becomes a true bear flag within the resolution of the down wave that was that bull flag's potential rotation. That all makes sense if you play it back fucking slower. Is that guy Trader Z still talking shit in there? Did we get rid of him?
Yeah, he's gone now.
Okay, good. Fuck. I don't want to deal with that shit anymore.
Yeah, I was waiting for his timeout to end, and then, of course, he started again. So now he's gone.
Appreciate you, Sailor. Can't deal with that shit. Like, nobody has time for that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Some people just don't have any fucking point in life, you know?
Yeah, it's like, just fuck off and only fuck off.
Look at what I just showed you on the screen, and then take what I said, Jingle Jam, and just play it back slowly, and then what I just showed you makes sense, right? The market is kind of an optical illusion unfolding. You know, it's a fractal structure that's, you know, in all time frames unfolding in front of you. So all you have is to keep context of things, you know, and your uptrends are fucking bear flags and other resolutions, if that makes it easier to think about. So, you know, determining what resolution you're playing and what structure is a counter structure or a primary structure in that resolution is all you're ever really trying to do to keep yourself in the right direction. That's a bunch of nerdy stuff, but you guys love the nerdy stuff you say, so fuck, this thing's gonna drop. I need a place to put you guys. I'm having to hold you. I've been holding you the whole time.
Oh, no shit.
to aim at the microphone? Yeah. I'm trying not to drop shit. It's like not convenient. All right. Epron, Oxy, Tilt. All right, let's see. Let's bust these out. Oxy, oil things. I got a screen. I know. One sec. Figure out where my oil charts are. I know it's on. There it goes. All right, oil. So this is the projection on Oxy, and he's still within the body of this potential bull flag projection. If he goes through the low, then he extend it. But for now, he's kind of just like shitting around in the core, you know, area of congestion he's got here. So you probably need a catalyst under oil to rotate that before you care anything about, like, you know, watching these guys again. So that guy, you know, did a fake break and a corrective structure. Probably good that we brought this up, actually. So with oil, we could watch. This is pretty steep, but as he comes back across it, if he can rotate that, that's probably a big cue to pay attention to oil if he starts to head higher, depending on how far this all tracks back. But that's what you're watching right now. If this fucking tracks back hard enough and stays underneath this congestion, this could be a local crash cycle that could take him down a lot deeper. So right now, you're probably within this structure. There's probably a potential catalyst looming that we haven't seen yet if we're going to rotate up. So probably worth keeping eyes on that channel. What was the other one? CAD JPY. So JPY things, last time I think somebody ever brought that up is why we put a circle up here. Probably an area to play a breakout from. Let me see. I know we spoke about it. So, this guy rotating, we talked about him like we talked about USDJPY. And, this is an old sheet. I think I showed you guys. We had some old levels on it. This thing is from 2018. This sheet was made, and we just drew the bull flag with the old trigger on it for the show. And if you played that, like literally, it's been fucking nonstop. So this is literally an old sheet made for my ecosystem back in 2017. Actually, yeah, back in the bull market of crypto, that era. And then we just extended a bull flag on it. These are all the same old trigger levels from that era. You could have played any one of these guys in perfect fucking catch. So with the DXY we talked about being dangerous, you see how ridiculously like steep this is? If you would much prefer to be involved in the lead of a system like this or a system like this, right? But tell me you don't think that just optically this looks later than piss, right? The risk reward of going in here heavy versus here heavy is definitely not the same. I think this is one of those things when you see a market like this and let's say it is tearing ass and you're outside of it, you're like, wow, it's fucking making new high like relentlessly. I need to get involved in that. That's the sentiment that gets you into deep shit. Could it keep stick out again harder? Yeah, it totally could. But the ability to be patient and wait for something that's a lot better, allows you to control entry better, is like the discipline you acquire to really trade. This is just, to me, not something you chase. You let him do a counter structure and you play the very next one, however big it gets, if it's this big or if it's this whole thing. But your risk reward in playing something that's this vertical versus coming out of a consolidation and arcing, it's fucking not something over your career you want to fucking do. So we'll make that guy. That's the DXY's channel out. So I really think this is your big wait for. If this ever corrects, this is going to allow fucking like a bounce in the market. But this is pretty much everything is leaning tilted in this one direction right now. TLT is the next thing. TLT. So TLT, hella fucking spot, right? This is the inverse, really looking at this on the TNX, the yields that we talk about, the big bull flag reversal and yields. If this guy can go this way, this is a TNX, we do this way, right? So this is kind of what you're looking at, like with this chart. This interaction here is this interaction there. And right now, where we're right here, you're watching the shocker to see if we get more gas. This is probably pretty big negatives to risk assets if this gets fucking real gas through here and really rotates. Based on what the Fed is saying, this likely is going to do exactly that. And when it does do that, that's not going to be a positive thing to risk assets. Especially the DXY will likely find even greater strength if it does. So that's TNX and TLT inverse, right? So you get it? They're the same thing. All right. The parabolic nature of this kind of drop to a key level kind of makes you, it's reasonable to anticipate a counter structure that bounces from that when you go this vertical into a crazy major level like this. And this level in 18 right here, this is the plunge protection team. This is PPT saving the system, which pumped us out of the fucking like de-risking of the stock market in 2018. If you remember what we were doing at that same spot, we were crashing like at a really fucking high speed, and the plunge protection team, which is the Fed and a bunch of banks, basically pumped the entire market. So that's that level you're actually at right now. The last major intervention of the Fed. So if there's any place there's a fucking assload of volume that can give you a decent place to stall out and have some kind of bounce, it's where the fucking central bank fucking hits the market with all the gas. So good area to bring up. Thanks for bringing up TLT. TLT, what was it? I feel like I did Oxy TLT's CAD apron in Euro. Okay. Apron. What is this? Dude, are you serious? This is garbage. So, next.
They're prepared foods. They like come to your door, like delivered.
So we've had a horrible experience with all of that. So like, sure, fuck that thing. All of it's been less than what you think. Euro Turkish lira. So man, this is playing the differential between terrible and awful, right? So in crypto, we try to find something that's like best of breed versus worst of breed, and in that situation, you might fucking say well, being long BTC is better than being long, Link or some fucking DeFi garbage. When you deal with like, we watch LTC, BTC, we look at the differential between tier 1 and tier 2 assets. We look at like something like, LTC to, I don't know, to Doge, right? You're looking at like tier 2 to tier 3. And that's what you're dealing with here, like euro to Turkish lira. This is not the best of breed versus the worst. This is a not so good breed versus a terrible breed. And you get this, right? So you have a counter structure inside here, while the best of breed really is fucking murdering this guy or closer to killing him. So this is the place you play. You play the guy who's got the real strength on it. I don't know if they have a Mexican lira. Let's see. I'm curious. Yeah, see, North America is a basket of strength right now. And so, like, anything North America here looks better than Euro basket versus Turkish lira. Let's see, CAD, Turkish lira. All right, all these guys look far better. And you see how the Euro is lagging that move because he's obviously weak on the United States. So this guy structurally looks okay, but, you know, if you actually understand what you're doing in markets, right, most people get very centric to Euro Turkish lira as if this is some small universe, but it's not. Right, it is a basket of euro versus a basket of liras, and the better baskets to mix right now clearly would be the ones that are leading the marketplace, which is dollar North American assets versus European, fiat. So in this world, like structurally, I could tell you technically this looks like a bull flag, but this would be kind of keeping you like Eurocentric and not really looking at the market for what it is. Whoops, wrong one. Okay, so I think you get that. But yeah, this is obviously ridiculous, and can it keep going? Honestly, fucking yes. Nomics is not fucking working. He has no idea what he's fucking doing. So, this is so ridiculous, probably on top of the system, just like, here. This is the kind of thing, the way it's debasing, you don't gotta fucking sit there and panic about losing it. When he gets above this shit, he'll fucking he'll do something stupid up there. So, same like this, right? So you'll have time to play stuff that gasses out. If you look at the way he clears systems, he just goes fucking apeshit when he leaves. It could still keep going. Like, have you ever seen what some fucking foreign countries look like? What's the Argentinian one again? USD ARS? Things can get much worse, I think people think, oh, no, you know what? You know where you look like you are in Turkey? You look like this, right here. That flag up here, that looks like the structure on Turkey, doesn't it?
Oh, yo.
You see it?
Damn.
Actually, let's put this side by side. That looks very close. To everyone in Turkey, like, please, Kaz, don't do this. Let me see this shit. That looks terrible. Hold on. So structurally, right, let's look at the fucking wave down here. This guy, yeah, he breaks the same way. Look at this. We'll draw him up. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, man.
You see it? It's definitely there. So there's that one, and then we'll put the little, he has a little, make him something that sticks out. Make him we'll make him purple, which is him. Where am I looking here? So, okay, no. This guy right here, counters over here, and then he just blew the fuck out. So this whole setup is just happening fucking in the stratosphere. That's where it looks similar. See this? So that bull flag is here still. It's still actually, it's structurally, I can tell you where what's offset. Yeah, he just killed this. That's your hit. Let me think about this real quick. Blows that out. Yeah, I'd say you're in this actually already. This thing. I think you're already in that, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's that.
Well,
And this is a structural fractal of the leaves down here. like it's a structure. This is fractally similar to this leave, but I think you're in this fucking blow off already. I think your currency is fucking dead. Sorry, I don't have anything good to say about fucking the Turkish lira. Jeez, that looks terrible. Yeah, you could be in some real shit over there. So, you know, if you can hedge, motherfucker. You're in some deep shit. Isn't that wild? Like, after the Argentinian peso breaks this, it just fucking just goes into autopilot to death.
Yeah, it just kept getting worse progressively, and everyone knew, and everyone like was like,
so
they knew that they were in the arc.
As steep as that is, yeah, it can keep fucking going. So, you know, play the trend. He gets on top of this, yeah, it can keep fucking going. But yeah, so that's your Euro Turkish lira turning into an absolute apocalypse for your country. LTC USD. Still watching this guy on our macro over here. Remember I told you this was a big risk on the last show that we could track down on the outside of the angle. We are. So you want to see if you get a bull flag here, rotate, but he can totally track down. It's not a very clean break, you know, a very powerful break on this at all. So he can still very much be in the bigger bull flag, tracking down to the lows here in this zone in the 20s. So we are paying attention to that, like I said, but we'll watch that. It's probably to BTC's zone and core to troll party. It's probably going to be easier to track that. What was the last symbol, guys? Benari just tipped me in Turkish lira. That's gonna drop like fucking by the time I get to the station to let me actually get my tips. It's gonna drop like 30% too.
No.
Unbelievable. He tipped me in one of the worst currencies on the fucking planet.
We literally use the thank you little emoji that they give you from YouTube. This is so bad.
That might be a fucking inside joke he just did me with that. The end of Turkey. Well, here you go, fucker. Have some of this worthless cash. Matic USDT. Did we just get asked this recently? So this is it. I took it to 920 anyway. My bad. Matic USDT. We have on some chart already. So about to wrap it here, people. Matic USDT. I know I did this fucking chart on some show, bro. Oh yeah, there it is. Matic. So Matic got all the way down to what we said was the only volume zone you've got left. You know, you look at this guy. The only place that you have any volume for this guy is down here. If you were to flag and rotate through this, you know, he's probably toast and heading to like depths of hell. With this guy now having done such a big ass fucking crash down to this. You're watching that same technical structure we see in Litecoin, right? If he can actually finish rotating it, he needs to do something meaningful to say he's actually flipped that, and the only thing he's got is to flip this up here. That. So if he can rotate through here, there's a couple paths to doing that, right? Let's just say he were to do this and then counter structure. That would probably be what you want to see for him to do something like this and kind of create that same bottoming formation through this shit. Could he come down here and do something like this first and then come up in and do this stuff and then do this and do that? Yeah, something like that's possible also. If the market is going to the floor right now, I think the white pass are more likely one. So that would be the way it would look bullish to me if he looked good right now, if he rotated this area. So he needs to at least take out this high and give us a chance to start like an uptrend and set a higher floor and then rotate the fuck out of there. Alright, bitches. That's it for DragNet, effectively Troll Hunter Part fucking 2. There's high emotions in the market, so markets can move really hard from regions that you have those kinds of emotional fucking, you know, monopolies. We definitely have that here in this troll party core zone. Shout out to Benari for fucking throwing me some fucking you know, Turkish liras. I appreciate that. Tips in Doge or Turkish liras. I don't know which one's worse.
Parzival's tip.
Parzival just hedged out the Turkish lira risk. We appreciate you, sir, and a very good application of our hedging logic. See, he gets it. We appreciate you, Pars. Appreciate everybody that is out here For everybody that supports the show and doesn't fucking try to ruin everybody's lives, we appreciate you. Also, for all of Clonex that aren't pieces of complete dog shit and can see fucking logic for what it is, we appreciate you also. Till next time, we are Clonex Classic, bitches. Catch you on the flip.
Later, y'all.
Bye.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly.